Every day, Hiro followed strange and extreme methods to make himself stronger. He would squat with a knife underneath him, mix poison with his food so that later his body would develop resistance, and toughen himself by hitting his body with burning wood. He wasn't sick. He was preparing for jail. American jails were notoriously dangerous, and Hiro was to be sent to the most dangerous one because he was a big cheater. Surviving there would not be easy. So, he hired a martial arts master and began rigorous training. Every morning, he drank stinking nutritional mixtures and endured all kinds of pain to strengthen his body. He learned close combat, weapon use, and the most difficult kung fu finger techniques. But initially, when he tried to break wood like his master, his fingers bent painfully. After 5 months, he was ready. On the way to jail, a skinny boy started crying out of fear, but Hiro remained calm. Upon arrival, a big man tried to scare him, but Hiro silenced him with Shaolin moves. He wanted to establish his strength immediately, so he asked his old roommate, "Who is the most dangerous here?" The roommate replied, "There's a black gang leader who knocks you out with one punch, a Mexican gang leader with many boys, a clever white gang leader, and the most dangerous, Black Bull, a 2-meter-tall, 500-kilo monster who harasses handsome people." Hiro openly challenged Black Bull in front of everyone. At first he was beaten badly, but then he broke Black Bull's fingers and silenced him. Next, with a single punch, he knocked down the white gang leader, and the atmosphere in the jail began to change. Soon, Hiro got a job in the jail officer's office. He noticed fraud in the jail's funds and established a new rule to stop violence. "Whoever fights, I will deal with personally." Gradually, prisoners started becoming friends. Caste and creed vanished, and everyone began living as if the jail were a school. Everyone was happy, except the jail superintendent. His plan had been for the prisoners to fight so he could manipulate the chaos, shoot when needed, and then sell the jail. Hiro had ruined his scheme. The officer threatened Hiro, asking him to abandon everything, promising release in return. Soon, Hiro began having terrifying dreams in which he lost his love. Panicked, he removed all the rules he had set. Violence erupted again, and the superintendent rejoiced that his plan was back on track. Hiro, however, began to change. He became different from the rest. The white gang leader regained power. Then, an investigation team arrived at the jail. The officer told everyone to display the prisoner's violent nature. Hiro was told that if he remained silent for 5 minutes, he would be released. But he thought of his friends. Rage flared within him, and he refused to comply. He decided he wouldn't leave. He would stay and help everyone. As the prisoners prepared to fight, Hiro ran to the office, only to find his old friend there, now aligned with the superintendent. A fierce fight broke out between the two. Hiro was weak, but then he remembered his master's training. Using a special move, he defeated his friend, who was like a brother to him. Meanwhile, the prisoners were ready to attack. Hiro climbed to the roof, turned on the music, and started playing it loud. The prisoners stopped fighting and began dancing. The superintendent went mad. His entire plan had failed.